All right, so we are at Quincy Mines, which once was, at one point, the deepest mine in the world. And we're gonna record that baby right now.
So when we first arrived, we found out that we had to take a tram car to get into the mine.
When Rick found out that we were gonna take a tram to the entrance of the mine, we just had to record it.
All right, guys, space up. Do not go on the tracks. In fact, see where I'm standing? This is as close as you get to the tracks.
So Desi and me went to the tracks and wait for it.
Get there as quick as possible. You do the same thing, but you go like this. Okay? You stand here.
At first, I really didn't know what a tram was, but when it appeared, it was really cool.
So the tram is this awesome train that would take you down the track to the entrance of the mine.
There's a bear down here this morning. There was a bear? There's a bear right about where those folks are right now.
We had a very amazing tour guide whose name was Tom, and he just kind of went above and beyond the Call of Duty.
My name is Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Tom was probably the best tour guide we could have asked for.
He's really a guy that loves his job.
Okay, so where do you want to get started?
So we wanted to record every aspect of the tram.
Nice.
Ring the bell for you?
Oh, can you do that without it running?
Yeah.
Can we record that real quick? That would be awesome.
Ah, this guy is so cool.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. So I guess if we can get in, we'll have, let's spread out. So a stereo at the front, facing forward, a stereo at the rear, facing backward, and then we'll just float with the shotguns and grab whatever coolness that we can grab. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this or not, but would it be, if I promise not to touch anything, could I ride in this seat?
Absolutely.
And then point my mic that way? Oh, that would be terrific.
So Rick was in the back by himself, and the interns and Viers were in the front of the car to record.
So finally, we arrived to the entrance of the mines. So we jumped into the back part of a tractor and we headed in.
Well, when we got into the tractor, we were gonna drive on this road into the mine. We passed these huge metal doors heading into darkness, and it was really kind of ominous, to be honest with you.
It just got like darker and darker, and it was just the coolest thing ever.
It was getting cold. The walls going into the mines were very, very wet, and there was just water dripping everywhere.
Wow, I love it.
So after we got into the mines, we stopped and observed everything that we could.
So how far are we below?
We're about 365 feet underground.
365 feet underground.
I'm so happy I'm not claustrophobic.
So when we got into the caves, we heard a lot of like water drips,
So you have trickling water.
Yeah?
and Rick was definitely excited about that.
Sweet.
So because you're in a mine, there's a lot of water running all over the place just because you're so deep underground.
After we recorded the water drips, Tom showed us this area where there was a giant like wall cliff, and he just started throwing rocks and stuff up there. So we just started just recording and just following the rocks with our mics.
So then, Tom took us over by this large area filled with water.
Okay, so now we have water.
The water goes down 1,000 feet?
Easily, yeah.
So Tom had this great idea of throwing some rocks in there and making some splashes. It seemed like Tom was having the time of his life. He was finding little rocks, medium rocks, and he found some big old rocks. And it made some crazy big splashes.
Tom started getting really into recording with us.
This is why I love my job. This is the coolest job in the world.
I know, this is just awesome.
To come underground and be doing this stuff.
So once we were done having such a good time with the splashes, Tom decided to head back to the cavern and make some noise.
And he found this ladder and just put it against the wall and just climbed up it into the top of the cliff and just started pushing just rock and debris down for us to record.
So Tom was at the top of the cliff performing, while everyone else was at the bottom recording everything coming down. And then Tom decided to climb even higher into the shaft.
Okay, here's what I can do up here.
And it was awesome.
Recording so deep at the mine was unbelievable. It was awesome.
After that, Tom gave us some pretty good insight onto what it was like being a miner.
So this is where all the copper was in this rock. And here's what you need to know about this space. This is all done by hand. Hammers and steels and candles for light. Yeah.
He even showed us what it was like for miners to use the sledgehammer.
So that kind of covers, I mean, it's
Beautiful.
you know.
We're so happy and we're so thankful for everything. I mean, you just spent so much time helping us out. We appreciate it. We got amazing stuff.
So when we thought the mines were over and we recorded everything,
So we are on the 7th level of the Quincy Mine. There are 85 levels below us. And we are going to record every single one of them tonight. Isn't that right, Zero?
yes.
Yes. Are you ready?
Of course.
Let's go. You can actually do it. I'm going to go back with the guys. We're going to eat some dinner.
Okay,
All right, let's go.
After we finished our adventure in the mines, Tom told us he had even more to show us.
Had one thing to do. One. Just one. I'm so sorry.
The guy says I can touch anything I want as long as I don't break it. The very first thing I touch. I didn't know, it wasn't very hard. That's it. Here we go. We're going.